Amigos, muy buenos días. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Buenos días. Good morning. Desde Los Ángeles, California, su amigo y servidor Eduardo Trevino. Multimedia Expert en Brands Beauty. Con la compañía BeautySales, que estamos localizados en la ciudad de Chemaway, Florida. Hoy nos toca hablar de el concepto de barbería con nuestras líneas exclusivas BeautyDeals, Olivia Garden, Valera Ball Dryers, y vamos a hablar del Expo Event. Así que amigos, promociones increíbles, las nuevas herramientas que tiene BeautyDeals, así que sorpresas para ustedes. Vamos a hacer un review de BeautyDeals, de Valera Ball Dryers, lo nuevo de Olivia Garden, los tours muy importantes en la industria. Y empezamos. Y nos vamos directamente con BeautyDeals. Empezamos con las nuevas tools, las dos tecnologías nuevas que FX1 Sistema for amigos, los nuevos de BeautyDeals FX1 System for Barbers está disponible, amigos. Ya llegan en estos días, así que pueden hacer su pre-order. La tecnología de FX1 System for Barbers. Vamos a escuchar algunos short videos para que se den cuenta de lo que estoy hablando.
If you want to see the full release, make sure to check out the BeautyDeals Pro YouTube page. Search BeautyDeals Pro Barber, and you'll find that recent video where it is dropping all of the new tools that we'll be using. Really can't wait for you guys to check it out. This is definitely one of the biggest things we've ever made. This is going to simplify my cutting station so much by having just this one piece go into all of it. So this is the all new with a new blade. Go ahead and learn about it more on our YouTube. But I just wanted to drop this in just to share with you guys this new barber ecosystem. It's going to be amazing.
Amigos, lo nuevo de BeautyDeals. Lo están viendo en este momento. Para más información, comunícate con nosotros al WhatsApp Business al 626-437-2564. Más de 10 años en el mercado. BeautySales 1-866-723-2889. Para que te mandemos el catálogo y los flyers que tenemos con los precios disponibles. Así que amigos, vas a recibir los originales directamente de la fábrica. 12 años trabajando con BeautyDeals, únicamente con su garantía, que es muy importante, y recibir los originales directamente de la fábrica. Así que amigos, con la confianza de más de 12 años trabajando con herramientas en BeautySales, puedes comprarlo con toda la confianza del mundo. Así que amigos, estamos hablando de los nuevos productos de BeautyDeals.
To the new fabulous FX1 trimmer.
FX1
the new FX1 trimmer
están
slightly shorter than a regular one. And instead of having the square bottom, it's more round, so it's way better fit for your hand. Also, something I really love is that whenever you turn it to the back, you actually have a little indentation for your thumb to rest on, which is going to to be able to do edge up. And speaking about edge up, something the new FX1 trimmer comes with, it already comes factory zero gap. Meaning, as soon as you pull it out the box, this thing is set and ready to be able to give you the freshness as sharp as lineup as ever. Of course, to charge this one, you have to have the cord for it. But this one comes with an interchangeable battery, meaning you click this little red button, and boom, you're able to switch it out for the battery that's been on charge the whole time on the dock. Put it back in, and boom, look at that. Oh, and not to mention, for the batteries, it's actually USB-C, meaning you don't need a cord. Put your iPhone charger.
Estamos a la vanguardia con lo más nuevo de BeautyDeals, así que amigos, siempre tenemos lo último de la tecnología de batería y lógicamente con la mejor línea, BeautyDeals.
New Fabulous Full Shaver, super powerful to really help you create those skin faces you're looking for. So if you've been thinking about going from the regular skeleton trimmer to the new FX1 trimmer, then you should definitely do so.
Here's a look. New Load Pro. This is going to be the FX1 system. Get using it for the first time, I always want to adjust my blade, so I'm all the way open to close. You can see that blade up close. There's a little bit of adjustment I can do just to bring those in a little later, and what that does is my smoother, especially my trimmers. Quickly, it'll blend right into my favorite, which is what I want. A new blade. This is the M1M blade. Can't wait for you guys to try this out. Similar to a fade blade, but a lot more slicier and smooth and cooling. Now trimmer, same thing. A Blue FX, which is still a deep tooth blade. This is going to be similar to a DLC 2.0, but just in a blue color. So go ahead and look at that blade up close. I can definitely bring that in a little tighter. These two little screws are what you're going to loosen up to put that on the clipper. You're just going to loosen that back, drop that blade down. I'm going to loosen this right here. Now this inside blade is wobbly, so that's what I'm going to be pushing and getting it closer to that outside blade. Now I've checked it both ways. I'll tighten it back up. I want to just do a little bit even. I don't want to overpull. So now if you look at that closely, it's not overlapping, but it's definitely a lot more even. And that's how I usually like my trimmers. I'm going to loosen this first. I'm going to make sure the lever is all the way closed. This is going to be I'm going to move this outside blade. As you touch that wiggling, I'm going to get this down closer to where I want it.
Eduardo
See from the side
Trevino,
right there?
BeautyDeals, muchos años
Keep
vendiendo
close
las
to that edge.
herramientas de
And if you
BeautyDeals,
go
así
ahead and look
que
at it from you
hacer
can see that
cualquier
it doesn't
pregunta.
overlap. It still
English
sits
and
higher.
Spanish,
I'm going to tighten this up. One time, just like the trimmer. Finger on this closed lever. Sure to, and then little by little. Now everything looks good. And then my tools are
sí,
set.
hace mucho Estados Unidos, así que puedes
My tutorial. I'm going to start with turning it. I'm going to use my to remove all of that. Once I get closer to the top of the leave a hard line. Now, clipper guideline. I'm probably going to do an inch of space. With smaller guidelines, you're going to get a heavier contrast. With that guideline created, I now work back down to the previous. Now I'm going to skip my 0.5 and go straight into a 1 to blend that top area into the base of that whole side. Everything should blend in together at this point. Anytime I'm refining, I love being able to cut only on the sides because without using the whole blade, this gives me more detail. Now to refine the actual blend, I'm doing a clipper no guard open corner cutting until I get this bottom to that middle. I also want to take my trimmer and do some corner cutting as well, using just a couple teeth on the side, and this is going to connect pretty much my foil shaver area into my trimmer. All of my tools are zero gap because this makes the process of how the trimmer, the clipper, and the foil shaver connect into each other very seamlessly. But not least, I'm going to use the corner of my trimmer to refine this edge here, and this is going to bring the taper really nice together. I'm also combing this down, making sure to stay close to the natural hairline as well. Push this back, very soft pressure so I don't leave any red. There you have it.
about this is such a comfortable shape for barbers now with the popularity of the gold effect.
Sí, amigos, increíble la herramienta la que están viendo en este momento. Wow, fuera de serie.
For balding now, this really gives you the ability to cut 360 degrees. No matter what you're using this, always be ergonomic. One of the most unique things about this is the fact that it has a swivel feature, or you can lock it. And why that's important is you got to think about all the contours in the face, the jaw, the head, all the bones. It's almost like an independent suspension on a Jeep. So you can really maneuver around the head and get all the little crevices and all the little divots of the face, the jaw, never worrying about the product skipping over any areas. What we wanted to make sure is if barbers are using this to flick out lines, bald in that first trimmer line, it's really important that this head locks, so when you start to flick, you don't have to worry about this thing swiveling all over. It's locked in place, so you can really flick that out.
X1, los nuevos de BeautyDeals. Haz tu pre-order as soon as possible. X1, sistema de barbería increíble. Para más información, llama hoy al 626-437-6564. X1 System para barberos, estilistas.
Did you know that it's good to have two trimmers? I have one that's zero gap and one that isn't. What does zero gap mean? Do you know what zero gap means? Couldn't be a barber. All that basically means is the top blade and the bottom blade are so close to each other, and it allows the blade to cut a lot closer. But like I said, this trimmer is now zero gap. That's why I use these to create my guidelines. It's going to make them defined, but it's also not going to create them too harsh to where I can't take them out. I also like to use these to debulk all the hair from the sides. With them not being zero gaps, they're a lot safer to use on kids and people with sensitive necks.
That makes sense.
That's why I got you, bro. So I can literally dig into the neck and it's not going to leave any irritation or any scars behind. Now we can use the zero gap trimmers to come in and actually do on this part on him. It's really not that sensitive, so I'm able to use the zero gap trimmers. Whenever my babies are super sharp and they get super close, I mean that. Look at that line. It takes it all the way down to skin. So always be sure to have two trimmers, especially for sensitive neck.
Y continuamos, short videos.
Let's go through my three favorite tools. Right here we got the Lithium FX. This is my go-to fading tool. It comes with the wedge blade, which is my personal favorite, and it's light and easy to use. On to trimmers. The Snap FX trimmer has to be my favorite. So it's easy to bring with me. When I'm not using it, I can be charging the other batteries. And it's super easy to clean. Pop off the front and clean. It has the gold blade on it, which is my personal favorite as well, and the DLC blade. And then last but not least, my favorite shaver is the new UV single foil. This one is a lot easier to get around the ears like this, inside of mustaches, and it's just as strong as the double foil, so this is my go-to shaver in my kit right now.
Call today. Llámanos hoy, amigos, al 1-866-723-2889 y comunícate conmigo. WhatsApp Business, BeautySales, experto
history on BeautyDeals Pro. When I started 14 years ago, we were one of the key
Y aquí tenemos uno de nuestros amigos increíbles,
and we really were a
especialista en BeautyDeals.
But didn't really have the trust of barbers. In 2012, BeautyDeals Pro was the first 3.7 volt brushless hair clipper with the X2 clipper. Actually, it was one thing that was really a hybrid clipper that was great for both barbers and stylists, but still didn't really make an impact amongst barbers. 2014 was really our first barber focused piece, which was a high frequency pivot motor, and that really started to get attention of the barber industry. But that still wasn't enough. There's a lot of brands that were in the industry for 100 years and had the trust of the barbers. Partnering with Jay Majors, who was a key component of really introducing us to the barber industry. We really started listening to barbers and paying attention to what barbers said, and it led us to launch the first key product for barberology, which was in 2017 at the CT Barber Expo. We launched the Gold Effects Clipper. In 2018 was another launch, the Gold Effects. This product was the first manufactured skeleton trimmer where we actually took and cut away the housing and left a full 300 visibility on the blade. And it really allowed us and really propelled us to be able to look and invest in more barber product. In 2020, we did the first custom effects program, which gave barbers the ability to go on an app and they could essentially create their own product for them. And it was the first time it's ever been. This year is probably one of the most exciting years because there's two new innovations that barberology has brought to market that are first. The first one is the UV shavers. These actually have the newest feature, which was first to market. Inside this lid, it actually has UV lights in it. And what happens
Amigos, las tecnologías más avanzadas con BeautySales. Llámanos hoy para más información. Tenemos el catálogo disponible.
And then last and certainly not least is our universal battery system. It's the FX1. These all use the same battery. I never need to stop and put a clipper on a charger. Traveling, I don't want to carry a bunch of cords. You can just carry it with you. So I could have two of the same products. I can pop this battery out, and the same battery can go into the clipper unit. Barberology has come a long way over the past several years since I've been here. The industry has only grown, so we're really excited about where we're at, but we're even more excited about where we're going.
So I work for BeautyDeals. Favorite part of my job is just my amazing team.
My favorite thing is getting to be able to use the tools in the office when you have a bad hair day. My favorite thing about my job is working with you.
My favorite part of my job is my barber team.
So behind the scenes, when we shows, I get to see people, why they love the tools, think about them, see new product launches, and then see people like Sophie Stable.
My favorite is meeting super cool people, going to super cool places, and telling people about our amazing products.
My favorite thing about my job is getting the unreleased tools first.
My favorite things is actually teaching about tool knowledge of all of our amazing.
And my favorite thing is all the great people that work here with us. And my favorite thing about my job is that I get to travel to all these fun shows and watch, all the fun happening.
Interact with such a talented team of artists every day.
Favorite part about my job is interacting with all of our customers and business partners. My energy and my drive to try to help everybody else to be successful, because by default, that's why we're successful.
We're going to work with such incredible.
Y amigos, todo lo de BeautyDeals, BeautyDeals, están parte de las nuevas tecnologías. Tenemos los deals, todos los deals están disponibles. Llámanos hoy para más información al 1-866-723-2889 con Eduardo Trevino, experto en brand. faltar la promoción de septiembre. BeautyDeals, Ferrari, Silver, Gold, Rock Gold, con sus cargadores gratis. Está disponible. Estándar, número 1 en ventas. Ferrari es Duos, Clipper and Trimmer. Están disponibles en este momento.
Hola, soy Gina Rojas.
Hola, soy Daniela Rojas.
El día de hoy
claro,
vamos
amigos,
a
no puede
dedicarnos
faltar el espectacular dúo de la historia.
Vamos a probar
El dúo de la secadora y la plancha. Está disponible la tecnología más avanzada, nanotitano. Lo
En el caso de Daniela
el
vamos a
dúo
utilizar
de
el
la
secador
historia.
con sus boquillas, diferentes boquillas, para hacerle su cabello seco, liso y unas ondas en la parte frontal.
Y vamos a finalizar.
Amigos, el espectacular dúo de Ball Dryer y Fry Gallon con un precio increíble. Llámame hoy para más información de estos increíbles especiales. El dúo de la historia, nanotitano, lógicamente la secadora y la plancha, el Fry Iron. Disponible, la secadora más ligera, su botón para darle el máximo brillo al cabello, rápida, con un motor potente, la secadora y la plancha, el dúo de BeautyDeals es disponible. Amigos, todos los tours de BeautyDeals están disponibles con la mejor compañía en Los Ángeles, BeautySales, que estamos localizados en la ciudad de Chema Resina. Más de 15 años en el mercado. Lógicamente, van a recibir los originales de la fábrica. Muy importante su garantía. Y lógicamente una compañía parecida. Llámanos hoy para más información al 1-866-723-2889 o comunícate al WhatsApp Business. Atención personalizada. Conmigo y servidor, Eduardo Trevino. English and Spanish, no worry about it. Y terminamos el segmento de BeautyDeals y nos vamos con la línea número 1 en Tours, Olivia Garden. Amigos, las tijeras, increíbles, su colección de tijeras hechas en Japón, sus paquetes increíbles, sus peines, lógicamente, todo y más, con la línea exclusiva en tools, en herramientas, Olivia Garden, donde tenemos increíbles promociones en los meses de septiembre y octubre, sus cepillos extraordinarios, su colección de tijeras es la tecnología más avanzada en cepillos para extensiones. Olivia Garden. Para más información de nuestro catálogo, te lo mandamos gratis. Llama hoy al 1-866-723-2889 BeautySales. Comunícate conmigo realmente al WhatsApp Business al 626-437-2564. Olivia Garden. Y hablando de tecnología, ¿cómo se ha vendido esta secadora? La secadora de Olivia Garden Super SP Water ligera, sus más millones de biones, espectacular. Recibes 4 cepillos de nano gratis. Es una secadora que como se ha vendido desde que salió y se sigue vendiendo. Recomendando la Super SP Water con un precio increíble en los meses de septiembre y octubre. La secadora más potente con sus lógicamente biones, un secado espectacular y un brillo fuera de serie. Están viendo la secadora número 1 Super SP Water Dryer de Olivia Garden. Y claro, no puede pueden faltar las tendencias de corte 2023-2024 que están en este momento con diferentes estilos clásicos, modernos para cualquier diferentes. Así que estamos viendo las tendencias de cortes para caballeros, concepto de barbería con BeautySales, con tu amigo y servidor Eduardo Trevino, experto. Amigos, las tendencias de cortes para caballeros 2023-2024. Nuestro segmento de Olivia Garden y no pueden faltar sus tijeras increíbles, tijeras para todas las necesidades con Olivia Garden. Amigos, estamos presentando nuestros tours de la compañía número 1 BeautySales con las líneas BeautyDeals, Olivia Garden, Valera. Para necesidades, correcciones sin con Olivia Garden. Estoy Olivia También te pueden comprar las tijeras están hechas en Japón, Steel en Japón. Extraordinarias de Olivia Garden. Y continuamos, amigos, y nos vamos directamente con Valera. Pero antes de esto, terminamos el concepto de tijeras para que ustedes tengan una idea. Las mejores herramientas que tiene la industria de la belleza, las herramientas de Olivia Garden, una línea muy completa, donde vienen sus cepillos, sus tijeras, sus paquetes extraordinarios, con las tecnologías más basadas en cepillos y lógicamente como los compran ustedes. Hay diferentes paquetes y hay su catálogo para más información. Y continuamos, y no repetir, from Sweden, Valera, Dryers y sus tours. Sí, amigos, categorías de secadoras para todo tipo de más de 60 años en el mercado. En Europa, las números en Europa, conocidas en toda Europa, su calidad son increíbles. La tecnología extraordinaria de Valera Dryer from Sweden la tenemos nosotros, la exclusividad con BeautySales. Promociones increíbles en el evento que vamos a tener octubre 2 y 3. Así que, amigo, si estás en Los Ángeles y puedes venir a nuestro expo en nuestra warehouse de BeautySales, no te lo pierdas. 40% de descuento en los meses de septiembre y octubre. Valera, Dryers y sus herramientas. Y están viendo la uno de barberos. ¿Cómo gusta esta secadora? Platinada, ligera, motor increíble, con la tecnología más avanzada. Valera, la tenemos disponible. Llama hoy para más información al 1-723-2889 o comunícate conmigo al WhatsApp Business al 626-437-2564 o pregunta en BeautySales.com. La secadora clásica de Valera, Valera Dryer. claro, no pueden faltar los
Hi, I'm
testimonios.
Trey Gillen from Houston, Texas, and I'm here to tell you why I love my Valera blow dryer. When looking at a blow dryer, I always make some type of ionic technology built in. Valera's Ionic Care, which reduce frizz and produces a perfect. Ionic Care also reduces blow drying time for a faster, quicker result. Valera blow dryers are lightweight and powerful. The motors produce strong. I find the heat is aggressive, which it really protects from fading. My favorite feature is the roto cord, which is unique to Valera. It keeps the cords from tangling and twisting, which was my biggest pet peeve. I'm Trey Gillen, and Valera blow dryers have all the important features I'm looking for.
Swiss Silent Jet is the new generation of that raises the standard for professional hair dryers. The outstanding performance characteristics such as air volume, pressure and speed, together with a very low noise level, are unique to the market in their combination. The new line features an elegant ergonomic design in 3 colors. All Swiss Silent Jet are equipped with Valera exclusive accessories. Rotor cord, the swivel device in the cord preventing tangles, and Touch Me, the styling nozzle that does not overheat and removes. The new line comes to the market in 3 versions. 2 versions with live AC motor, the Swiss Silent Jet 8600 with 2400 watts, the Swiss Silent Jet 8500 with 2000 watts, and 1 model with the new DC Pro motor, the Swiss Silent Jet 7500 Lite. The new generation of professional hair dryers. Swiss Silent Jet are the #1 in power and silence.
Colores vibrantes, colores diferentes, un estilo y el motor espectacular. Más de 60 años en el mercado, el número 1 en Sweden. Valera Blow Dryer. Las tenemos disponibles con la exclusividad con BeautySales. BeautySales.com. Comunícate con nosotros al 1-866-723-2880 o comunícate con Experto en Multimedia, tu servidor Eduardo Trevino, para darte los precios y mandarte el cargo. Valera Blow Dryers. BeautySales, la compañía compañía que tiene las mejores herramientas del mercado, las mejores compañías. Llámanos hoy para más información de nuestras diferentes promociones con BeautyDeals, Valera Controller, Olivia Garden, los mejores tools en el mercado para profesionales. Sí, amigos, y se acerca el evento Expo Event en nuestras oficinas de BeautySales, que estamos localizados en la ciudad de Chemaway, Risira. Cross Out Sale. Nueva fecha, octubre 2 y octubre 3, en nuestras oficinas de BeautySales, que estamos localizados en la ciudad de Chemaway, Risira. Evento gratis, free, así que puedes entrar por la parte de atrás. Hay un evento, un parque muy grande, no hay problema de y la entrada es gratis. Este evento va a ser octubre 2 y 3. Puedes venir 2 días, octubre 2 y 3, en nuestras oficinas que estamos localizados en la ciudad de Chemaway, Risira. Todo va a estar en especial. El Expo Event de BeautySales, una vez por año.
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? Su amigo Eduardo de Los Ángeles, California. Estoy aquí en las oficinas de BeautyDeals, que estamos localizados en la ciudad de Chemaway, Risira. Por circunstancias, el día de ayer el evento fue cancelado por la tormenta Hillary y lógicamente muchos de ustedes me llamaron y no pudieron venir a este evento que tuvimos, mejor dicho, íbamos a tener. Se propuso este evento, amigos, de BeautyDeals Tools.
Sí, para las fechas octubre 2 y 3. Repito las fechas, amigos. Octubre 2 y 3. En las oficinas de warehouse de BeautySales, que estamos localizados lógicamente, en la ciudad de Chemaway, Risira. Para más información, puedes llamar hoy al 1-866-723-2889 y si quieres hacer una cita para que tenemos una atención personificada, hoy English and Spanish, don't worry about it. Cross Up Sale los días lunes 2, octubre 2 y martes 3, de 10 a 5 de la tarde. La entrada es completamente gratis. No te lo pierdas. Es un evento extraordinario. Bueno amigos, muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much watching. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Muchísimas gracias. Tuvimos un momento espectacular. Las nuevas herramientas, la nueva tecnología de BeautyDeals. Vimos las herramientas de Olivia Garden, de Eduardo y nuestro expo. Si puedes compartir este programa, te lo voy a agradecer con tus amigos, compañeros y colegas. Te lo voy a agradecer. ¿Quiénes somos? Somos la compañía BeautySales, que estamos localizados en la ciudad de Chemaway, Retira. Más de 15 años en el mercado. Tu amigo y servidor Eduardo Trevino, expert Multimedia, brands como BeautyDeals, Valera. Muchísimas gracias. Nos vemos pronto. Un experto. Eduardo, llámanos hoy lo antes posible. Gracias. Bye bye.